Hey there, it's Gabrielle Nicolay from SpeechKids, where we teach little kids to talk and help parents understand their little kids. And this video is part of a series on social communication that we've been doing. And today we're going to talk about regulation and what that means. Because in order for somebody to be social and engage in social communication where we're with other people, right? We have to be, our bodies have to be in a state of regulation. And what does that mean? It means that we don't have a lot of internal information that's distracting us. So think about times when you've had a terrible night's sleep, you haven't had your coffee, and you are stressed because you have a presentation. Are you going to be your best self? Are you going to be able to put forth effort to learn something new about somebody or engage in a high-level conversation with somebody that you've never met, who you don't have any history with? If you're like, oh, yeah, no, then that is sometimes how our kids with social communication difficulties feel in their bodies. So again, we're not talking about any language issue per se, but there are many, many kids who struggle with just getting their bodies right. Sometimes their brain is giving them signals that their clothes are too scratchy, and that's agitating their brains, their bodies. Their brain is not filtering that information properly, and so they're paying attention to their shirt that's scratchy and not to you, right? And then we wonder why kids aren't being social. Likewise, if a child is hungry, if a child has to use the bathroom, constipation can look like a social communication problem because I'm so distracted, me, the child, I'm so distracted by that uncomfortable feeling that I don't have anything left. I'm so focused on the internal that I have nothing left for the external. And so having a well-regulated body and brain is key. It's absolutely essential to having and being able to learn good social communication. And so if we don't have one, we're not going to have the other. Now, there are some kids who sort of cycle in and out of regulation. These are the ones that they appear fine for some amount of time, and then they go 0 to 90, right? They get very agitated very quickly, or they're sort of too low, their energy level's too low. Okay, both of those states, too excited or too apathetic or unexcited, mean that a system is out of regulation. And so when we see that, then we know we're not going to get good social communication. We're not going to get good language. We're not going to get the best of what the child already knows how to do. And so when we see those states, our first job is going to be get that kid, get that body back into a zone of regulation where everybody's calm, functioning well, and then we can start to work the social. So there are lots of different ways to do that. An occupational therapist is the best person to deal with that. Many speech therapists also know how to incorporate some sensory, some motor, some body regulation tasks into therapy. But if you've got a system, a body that's not well regulated, we're going to need to handle that first. So we're going to keep talking about social communication, but this is a really, really important prerequisite that we needed to talk about first. Until next time, take care.